Having been told by the ghost to avenge his father's murder, Hamlet makes his friends, who have also witnessed the ghost's appearance, swear that they won't speak of what they've seen.
Rest, perturbed spirit, and swear besides, howe'er so strange or odd I bear myself, as I, perchance hereafter, shall think it meet to put an antic disposition on.
Now, where do you think that came from?
The play is extraordinary with madness. Hamlet's antic disposition is an interesting thing. My personal feeling is that, you know, there's one very specific encounter with death in the shape of Yorick's skull.
Thy natural magic and dire property on wholesome life usurp immediately.
Villain! Villain! Smiling, damned villain! And a brother!
Places him in the garden for his estate. You shall see anon how the murderer gets the love of the old man's wife.
The king rises!
What? Frighted with false fire?
How fares my lord?
Give all the play! Give me some light! Away! Away! Would not this and the forest of feathers get me a cry and a fellowship of players?
Half a share!
Come, music! Some music, come!
What have I done? That thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act as blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, makes marriage vows as false as dice as oath. For love of grace, lay not a flattering unction unto your soul, that not your trespass, but my madness speaks. It will but film and skin the ulcerous place, whilst rank corruption, mining all within, infects.
As the play moves to its climax, Hamlet is deported to England by his stepfather, Claudius, who has also secretly arranged for him to be executed. However, through a mixture of good fortune and stealth, Hamlet returns home to Denmark, determined at last to avenge his father. Second half of the play, we have a sort of mutilated landscape. Armies, devastation, wars and rumours of wars going on there. And Hamlet has changed.
He's had this sort of profound experience where through about, 16 coincidences going his way, he's managed to navigate himself out of his custody, realise that he's being sailed to his death in England, forged a note whereby the people sending him to his death are sent to their death. Then some pirates turn up and he's managed to grapple into their ship and, having been taken away from that boat, become their prisoner, but treated royally because he is royal, and there's obviously some kind of economy there. We don't get the full discussion, but they're going to be served a good turn.
If ever thou didst hold me in my heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. Oh, I die, Horatio. The rest is silence.
When you finish the performance, what do you feel? You
Hungry.
And then you've stopped.
I feel tired and hungry.
Yeah, I know you're tired. Okay, so that's the answer.
That's what I feel.
I'll still ask the question. Okay.
Go on.
Taking your bow, and you've for a while anyway. Hamlet is diminishing as yourself. But what deposit is there with you about what has happened in the previous 3 hours or so?
Oh, that's a really good question. Can you ask me after 3 hours of it tonight, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you. It's very hard because so much of this is a moment by moment process. It really is. You can't afford really to look back or worry forward, and when you do that, you become very unstable in this role. And that's not a dodge to the question, because I know what you're sort of talking about. This idea of what hovers, what keeps vibrating and remaining. Yeah, dying on stage every night. It's you do have some odd thoughts in that moment. You really do have odd thoughts. As an actor, as a technician, as someone who's got to do it again the next night, is to immediately start to sort of self-critiquing. I mean, of course there's a relief, of course there's an out-breath. There's just an out-breath. To put it really simply, that's it. That's it for tonight.
But you said at the very beginning of this conversation that you were bringing a whole new generation. Mind you, they didn't fill the place, but they're substantially there in a way they are not substantially there for things like this. That must be terrific.
Yeah, and it's really thrilling to think it might be getting to a new audience. It is getting to a new audience. That's a terrific thing, and that does stay with me. And then I drop it all very, very quickly because I have to eat and sleep. And that's honestly the truth. And get home to a newborn son.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you. What an honour to talk about.